Have you ever been surprised to learn that modern birds and fearsome dinosaurs are connected by an ancient group called theropods? Yes, that's right. Your cute parrots are distant descendants of those very terror bringers with sharp claws and teeth known as tyrannosaurs and velociraptors. Strange, isn't it? These giants ruled the Earth during the Cretaceous and Jurassic periods, but their world was more diverse and unusual than you might imagine. Herbivorous sauropods could easily survey a forest, looking down from their long necks like living towers among the green expanses. Their curved, predatory theropod relatives stood out with powerful claws capable of easily tearing through flesh. When we talk about mysteries and mystique, these aren't just unanswerable questions. Scientists have managed to find actual feather coverings on some theropods, which suggests warm-bloodedness as part of their remarkable ecology. Many details of their behavior and social life still intrigue scientists and remain unsolved pages of history. All of this makes dinosaurs not just a subject of study, but a true mystery that science continues to unravel. Join our exploration to discover a world full of fascinating discoveries. You're probably eager to find out how dinosaurs interacted within their social groups. The social behavior of giants. Among dinosaurs, there were both loners and those who chose to live in herds. For example, sauropods could form groups numbering several dozen individuals. At the same time, dinosaurs of different ages played different roles. However, complex social structures like those of modern elephants remain questionable. Predators, such as the well-known theropods, often behave more independently, sometimes joining small groups to hunt. There is little direct evidence of their complex social interactions, but that doesn't stop scientists from developing theories based on modern reptiles and birds. Nevertheless, the tendency of young dinosaurs to gather in separate groups may indicate some level of social life. As for Triceratops and their cohorts, their famous horns undoubtedly served as tools for display or defense. But specific ritual behaviors remain at the level of hypotheses. Interaction between dinosaurs was assumed to occur through primitive acoustic signals, but this is more of an assumption than a confirmed fact. Complex social interactions among dinosaurs are studied using the most advanced methods of paleontological analysis and computer modeling. This makes it possible to hypothesize forms of coordination in certain species that employed group hunting tactics. But how this world of united giants could establish their hunting routes remains a mystery that draws researchers further and further into the past. Hunting strategies. Tyrannosaurus rex, one of the most formidable predators of the ancient world, developed its hunting strategy by relying on the destructive power of its jaws. Its bite could crush bones, and it used this advantage to hunt larger dinosaurs, making it a true apex predator. Research shows that this giant had the rare ability to hunt alone, relying on its physical advantages, while other dinosaurs employed a variety of foraging tactics. When it came to velociraptors, small theropods, there were suggestions that they hunted in groups. Undoubtedly, such collective hunting could have increased their chances of success, although there is no direct evidence of coordinated tactics. However, the discovery of mass bone accumulations allows us to assume that they might have acted similarly to modern social predators, taking advantage of stealth and the element of surprise. Spinosauruses, on the other hand, were unique in their hunting approaches. Their long skulls and powerful claws were designed more for fishing than for hunting on land. Biomechanical studies show that they were adapted to hunting near water, using their skills to catch prey hiding in the depths of rivers. Such diverse hunting strategies demonstrate the evolutionary specialization of dinosaurs, each occupying its own niche in a fiercely competitive world. But even the most dedicated hunters could not stay in one place for long. They were constantly on the move in search of resources, which opens the next, no less intriguing chapter of their lives. The mystery of migration. When we talk about dinosaur migration, it's important to remember that our view of their movements across the globe is hidden beneath layers of time. Although scientists find traces indicating herd movement, the concept of large-scale seasonal migration like that of modern animals remains a hypothesis. These traces may indicate temporary gatherings of individuals, rather than permanent routes that would suggest large herds of more than 100 animals. As for tyrannosaurs, they are often depicted as solitary creatures. But new data suggests that these theropods may have had more complex social behavior. However, the assumption that they might have followed migrating herbivores is still just an interesting hypothesis without definitive evidence. It is important to note that the conditions of the Mesozoic era, with its volcanism and changes in sea level, implied environmental shifts that could have influenced dinosaur migrations. However, direct evidence of migrations caused by such changes also remains speculative. It should be emphasized that this does not rule out the possibility that dinosaurs moved in search of food and safer areas as an instinctive response to environmental changes. The related topic of reproduction and courtship also holds many unanswered questions. The question of how dinosaurs found mates continues to intrigue researchers. It is almost a veil of mystery. Whatever behaviors may have developed during their existence, it is important to remember that we are only beginning to uncover these ancient secrets, and each step in our understanding leads to new and exciting discoveries. Before us lies an unknown landscape of relationships and rituals holding traces of the deep instincts of ancient giants. Courtship and mating rituals. So let's dive into the world of dinosaur mating customs, mysterious and fascinating. In the Dinosaur Ridge in Colorado, tracks have been found that scientists believe indicate complex courtship rituals. The discoveries include, among other things, footprints suggesting group dances and mud throwing among dinosaurs, presumably relatives of the tyrannosaurs. These findings have opened up a new understanding of the behavior of ancient predators. Let's also move on to feathers. The discovery of pigmented feathers suggests that some feathered dinosaurs may have used bright colors to attract attention. However, this is likely applicable only to small bird-like species and not to all dinosaurs. As for sounds, their use remains a hypothesis supported by observations of birds and crocodiles, the relatives of dinosaurs. Communication through primitive sounds may have played a role in the social life of these giants. However, fossil evidence of this behavior has yet to be found. Let's also try to understand how dinosaurs might have mated. In their reconstructions, scientists suggest that their posture likely resembled the methods of modern reptiles and birds. Although this remains within the realm of hypotheses, even in the absence of direct evidence, piecing together fragments of this mysterious puzzle is always an exciting journey. Further research and technological advances may, over time, shed more light on these mysterious rituals. In the meantime, let's carefully delve into precisely how the changing climatic conditions ultimately led to the emergence of new adaptive behaviors among these ancient giants. This involves understanding climate change and adaptation. Imagine a world where early dinosaurs first began to appear during the Triassic period, about 230 million years ago, when climatic conditions were already shaping their destiny. These ancient giants were born into a world where the Earth was still recovering from the Permian extinction, a catastrophe that wiped out most species. Volcanic activity and rising sea levels, all of this served as a prelude to the forthcoming flourishing of the dinosaur era. The climate of those times spurred adaptation and evolution. In the Jurassic period, as the climate became warmer and more humid, dinosaurs began to grow larger, taking a dominant position on Earth. These changes gave them the opportunity to adapt and conquer new regions. Later, in the Cretaceous period, the climate became more varied, alternating from warm to cold, which led to incredible surges in biodiversity. Some dinosaurs, such as ceratopsians, developed horns and frills not only for protection but also as elements of social interaction. And later, in the Jurassic period, the idea of warm-bloodedness emerged, which allowed some species to spread across many climatic zones, including cooler regions. However, constant movement in search of food did not always imply mass migrations. Rather, this led to changes in dietary preferences and behavioral strategies. Thus, instead of wandering for many kilometers, they adapted to the available resources and conditions. All these remarkable transformations ultimately lead us to intriguing discoveries and findings that paleontologists continue to study, encountering new mysteries along the way. What secrets are hidden within the remains that still leave scientists astonished? There are still many amazing discoveries ahead. Unusual paleontological finds. Some of the discovered remains have puzzled scientists, offering new and astonishing perspectives. Let's start with the discovery of pigmented feathers in North America, which has sparked intriguing hypotheses about the bright colors of some small dinosaur species. These discoveries are linked to the work of Mary Schweitzer in the early 21st century, and the soft tissues revealed the possibility of complex biological structures being preserved for millions of years. The Mongolian expeditions, which began as early as the 1920s, continue into the 21st century. They have led to the discovery of new species such as the Alvarezsaur mononicus, though no soft tissues have been found. These discoveries strengthen scientific understanding and stimulate debate. Tarbosaurus and Protoceratops, like Pinacosaurus, have fascinated paleontologists for decades with their chains of egg clutches. These detailed records of the childhood of Mongolian dinosaurs shed light on their reproductive methods, which remained exclusively oviparous. Interestingly, some discoveries of stomach contents have helped researchers study the diet of ancient giants more closely. The discovery of remains of small organisms inside the stomach adds new insight into their dietary preferences, which resemble those of modern reptiles. Each of these findings, like fragments of an ancient mosaic, reveals pieces of the past to us. They preserve a mystery that draws new researchers ever deeper into Earth's history. Next, we will see how the eternal struggle for survival led dinosaurs to seek new ways to protect themselves from the dangers of their time. Defense against predators. Immerse yourself in a world where defensive strategies determine survival. Many dinosaurs used unique methods to protect themselves from predators. Ankylosaurs, for example, densely covered with armored plates, used their massive spiked tails as weapons against large predators such as tyrannosaurs, which lived during the Cretaceous period. These plates provided excellent protection, although, of course, they did not guarantee complete safety. Stegosaurs, with their famous bony plates and formidable tail spikes, also used these features for their defense and intimidation. Although one can debate how effective they were in attack, their massive defensive mechanisms undoubtedly served to deter predators. Triceratops, with their famous bony frill and long horns, likely used these features both for defense and in social interactions, asserting their territory or their role within the group. It is believed that such adaptations appeared long before the emergence of tyrannosaurs and were used to confront a variety of predators during the Jurassic and Cretaceous periods. Preserved traces indicate that some dinosaurs could indeed have used camouflage coloring to blend in with vegetation, which helped them avoid detection by predators. Although direct evidence of such coloring remains rare, scientists continue to find connections with modern reptiles and birds, their more easily studied descendants. There are also many hypotheses regarding territorial behavior. Recent studies suggest that some groups of dinosaurs may have exhibited territorial instincts defending their territory or resources. Although concrete evidence remains hypothetical, paleontologists continue to explore this area. The study of all these strategies demonstrates how territorial behavior and defense mechanisms developed over millions of years, turning our understanding of dinosaurs' past inside out and undoubtedly maintaining our fascination with their mysterious worlds, vibrant and full of surprises. Let's move on and discover what secrets lay behind the territorial instincts of these legendary creatures. Territorial instincts. Territorial behavior in dinosaurs is a field full of mysteries, the depths of which have yet to be fully uncovered. Although paleontologists suggest that dinosaurs may have used territorial markers, this remains a hypothesis, partially based on the study of modern reptiles. It is likely that some dinosaurs patrolled their territories, guarding access to resources and avoiding conflicts. However, it would be unfounded to claim the use of scent markings as there is no direct evidence of such a practice. As for the use of sound signals, such ideas are based on indirect evidence from the shapes of their skulls, which suggest the possibility of vocal communication to warn against intrusions. But this too is more of a scientific hypothesis than an established fact. When territorial clashes occurred, their main cause was likely resources and control over living conditions. The fossils that have been found give the impression that some dinosaurs displayed aggression toward each other, as evidenced by tooth and bone damage, opening up complex nuances of intraspecific conflict for study. These discoveries reveal new aspects of the lives of ancient giants who interacted with the world around them in mysterious ways. They provide keys to understanding such a complex and sometimes brutal existence. Territory was not just a physical space, but a crucial part of their lives, which they defended with remarkable ingenuity. Our research is still in full swing, as ahead lies the discussion of the most mysterious event, the extinction of the dinosaurs. A complex network of factors, including climate change and a massive asteroid impact, may have left their marks in the bones and reminders of the dark ages of the past. How did this shape their fate? A subject for future discoveries. The most mysterious disappearances. The events that took place 66 million years ago still remain one of Earth's greatest mysteries. Around this time, a massive asteroid struck the Yucatan Peninsula in present-day Mexico, leaving behind the Chicxulub crater. This catastrophe proved fatal for many living creatures, including our beloved dinosaurs. Particles of dust and gas thrown into the air blocked sunlight, causing global cooling, which was then followed by warming due to the production of greenhouse gases. However, it wasn't just a cosmic disaster that played a role in this event. At the site of today's Indian Deccan Plateau, powerful volcanic eruptions were occurring at that time, known as the Deccan Traps. These eruptions may have contributed to Earth's climate change, adding further chaos to already disrupted ecosystems. Large feathered predators, small herbivores, and even marine dinosaurs. Virtually all dinosaurs went extinct, except for their descendants, whom we now call birds. Atmospheric changes like volcanic activity apparently created a perfect storm of factors that led to the mass extinction at the Cretaceous-Paleogene boundary. This boundary marks significant changes in the biosphere, which left us a living legacy in the form of modern birds, the descendants of ancient theropods. But no matter how incredible and mysterious this event was, our story of the life of dinosaurs does not end here. Researchers continue to uncover new details, adding depth and color to our understanding of the past. We are already on the path to new studies and discoveries that may change our perception of these ancient titans. Modern research and discoveries. Modern paleontological research is astonishing with its findings, and technologies such as computer tomography and 3D modeling play a key role in uncovering the secrets of dinosaurs. These methods allow scientists to study the structure of fossils in detail and even recreate their appearance with incredible accuracy. In South America, for example, a new species of titanosaur, Araca licanantai, was discovered in Chile, which adds depth to our understanding of these giants. Remains have also been found in Argentina that are believed to have belonged to the largest dinosaur ever to have lived on Earth. These discoveries make our knowledge of dinosaurs even more detailed. Although research into dinosaur DNA has not yet yielded results, since the DNA inside Mesozoic fossils has completely degraded, scientists continue to find indirect evidence of warm-bloodedness in some species. Isotopic analysis of fossilized bones, while not determining the exact body temperature, still offers interesting hypotheses. Among the new astonishing discoveries are the Mirasaurus grauvoegeli, first described in 2025. This dinosaur, with its unique feather-like crest, confirms that discoveries in paleontology can quite literally rewrite science. Technologies are improving, and every year we have more and more opportunities to peer into the deepest corners of the past. We can only guess what other surprises and discoveries await us ahead, leaving intrigue and a glimmer of hope for future research. As we conclude our journey, we reflect on what mystery might be waiting for us behind the next stone of the past. Conclusion and reflections. The recently discovered dinosaurs, such as Musaurus patagonicus or Satosaurus, lift the veil on the world of social behavior among creatures that lived nearly 200 million years ago. These ancient giants formed social groups to protect themselves from predators and to survive in unpredictable geological eras. Unique nests have been found in Musaurus where eggs of different ages indicate a permanent place of habitation. Research conducted using the ESRF synchrotron and computer tomography allows scientists to examine fossilized skeletons without destroying them. This makes it possible to reconstruct not only the appearance of dinosaurs but also to infer aspects of their daily lives. Although social behavior is confirmed, such as herd living in Lesothosaurus, hunting strategies remain hypothetical for now. The connection between dinosaurs and modern birds has long been a scientifically recognized fact, and the discovery of feathers and theropod bones further supports this idea. The climatic evolution and constant adaptations of ancient creatures continue to captivate the imagination, tracing how they adapted to changing conditions, survived, and thrived. These studies, growing like a snowball, reveal astonishing aspects of their lives and provide keys to understanding how life on Earth was formed. Each new step in paleontological research brings us closer to understanding this grand mosaic of the past, motivating scientists to continue exploring unseen horizons beneath the veils of bygone ages.